After many days, I'm back to my ashram and started meditating, contemplating, remembering the goodness of God. 3 months ago, I spent a couple of days in fasting and prayer, and then I traveled to US, spent time with God in that country, and God did amazing miracles. And God used me for deliverance ministry. And I'm back here again. I spent some time here in my ashram, praying and waiting on God to travel to Nepal. Within a few days, I will be in Nepal for teaching and training. I'm equipping myself in this ashram, praying. As I started meditating today, the Lord brought this text into my mind. I have been meditating from morning. Here the verse, the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 17, verses 21 says, "For truly I say to you, if you have faith like a grain of mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. And nothing will be impossible for you." Jesus said, "For nothing will be impossible for you." For a child of God, nothing is impossible, provided we trust in Him. Faith moves mountains. There is an amazing grace which is available to us, provided we trust in Him. This faith comes when we fast and pray. Even one day, disciples came to Jesus and asked Him, "Lord, why couldn't we deliver this demon from this individual?" Jesus said, this kind of demons can be delivered only by fasting and prayer. Fasting and prayer is a spiritual discipline that helps us to experience God and also to engage in the ministry of deliverance. That's the reason whenever I get time, I come to my ashram, sit here, and fast and pray. By the way, I am able to establish this ashram, the spiritual center, a recreation center, 2 acres of huge land here in the outskirts of Hyderabad, only by fasting and prayer. I was penniless. I was not having a single penny in my pocket when I started, visualizing a retreat center here. But it's fasting and prayer open ways for me to get resources. And when I was really struggling, my father called me and said, "I have some inheritance and I want to give you a little money." God blessed it, and today I'm able to experience God's goodness. So coming to the point of fasting and prayer, before I went to US in the month of September, I came to this, among these woods, I started praying, waiting on God. 5 days I fasted and prayed here. I had a desire to go and minister to people there in the US. Due to COVID, I couldn't travel almost 3 years. No money to go. But fasting and prayer opened ways for me. And mysteriously, God opened ways for me. A friend of mine gave me his credit card to book the ticket to US. I booked a very cheap price ticket from India to US. I Googled and investigated and did research in the month of September. And I found a ticket, any point in India to any point in US. I searched and did a lot of research because I'm a PhD guy. I always do research for any small thing. I found a ticket from Mumbai to Los Angeles, a ticket just $350. It's really mysterious way I got it. Due to COVID, tickets have increased a lot. It's about $2,000 a ticket, but I got only $350. I thought, I was excited. I immediately booked the ticket, and I was about to pack my luggage and travel within a week, then the problem started. The airlines gave me a mail saying that your ticket is having more than 24 hours of waiting at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. The flight, it's a Saudi Airlines. They said either you cancel this ticket or book a ticket that doesn't exceed more than 10 hours waiting at Jeddah. Or else you have to take a transit visa, which costs about 500. I was so shocked because I was not having money. It's a non-refundable ticket. I can't book it again. I can't cancel. I came back to ashram and cried, Lord, you asked me to go. What should I do? The Lord said, I'll take care. You go. I'm living in Hyderabad. I took a local train from Hyderabad. I went to Mumbai, and I was in the line to check in. The Saudi Airlines crew, they asked me, where is your return ticket? I was not having a return ticket. They said, your visa is also expiring within few months. It is a lot of complication. We can't send you. I went back again in the seat and I started praying and asking God. The Lord again said, you go and ask them again. I'll send you. I went to the crew and I asked him. They started discussing. They asked the big guy to come. He said, sir, you don't have a return ticket and we will allow you to go, but you will be stuck in Jeddah airport. They will not release you because you don't have a transit visa. And they said, okay, we will. I said, it's my problem. You release me, I'll go. They said, okay, we'll release you, but you make sure that in Jeddah airport, you go out of the airport, buy your transit visa, and again get into immigration, do all the process. I said, that's fine, you release me. I got into the plane, sat and praying and praying and praying. I got on at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, and no, I was not having money to buy a ticket, the transit visa, and at the international transit, I went there and I sat gazing at that international transit. I was praying unto God. The Lord said, I will send you without any transit visa. In a Muslim country, the Jeddah airport is a very complicated airport. Many people were denied. They were crying outside. I could see them. The Lord said, go to that the officer there at the international transit or gate and talk to him. I went and I gave my passport and my ticket. He saw it and he said, yeah, you have 25 hours almost waiting time. You need to go out, buy the transit visa, get into immigration officer, and through that you get into your gate. I waited a few minutes. I asked him, sir, I don't have money. Can you open the gate? I want to get in. God speaks to the people of other faiths also. I don't know what happened. He looked at me from top to bottom a few seconds. He opened the gate. He patted my shoulder and said, move. Move soon. Move soon. Miracle happened there, right in the Jeddah airport. And the 25 hours, and no food, no water. It's such a complicated airport I had never seen. No fountain to drink water, free water. You have to buy everything. I was not having money in my pocket, no dollars. And 25 hours, no food, no water, by the way. Prayed and prayed and prayed. I have seen some of the people who were denied to get into planes due to small reasons, but God allowed me to get in the plane. The next day, the plane came, I got in. And by the way, I have nobody to receive me in Los Angeles because I just booked the ticket, it came. God moves when we move by faith. That's my experience. I moved by faith, and the Lord moved a family. In my previous visit in 2019, I met a family at Nebraska, in Lincoln City, a family named Sister Lakshmi. They became very close friends, and her husband, Dr. Mehta, a very nice guy. God moved them from Nebraska to Los Angeles just few weeks ahead of my visit, and they were there to receive me. It's a mysterious way. It's a miraculous way. The day I landed in Los Angeles, Dr. Mehta and his small boy were there to receive me. God provides when we move by faith. And Mehta took me home, and Lakshmi gave me good food. I had a wonderful time, 2 days, relaxed myself. And Dr. Mehta asked me, where do you want to go? I said, I don't know where I go, but God asked me to come. I need to go to Dallas because that's the place where I have a lot of friends. And I registered a conference, International Christian Counseling. I saw a conference happening there, a counseling seminar online. I wanted to register there after getting into Los Angeles. I don't have money to book, register, a lot of fees, I think more than 600 or something. And I saw an option there in that counseling seminar, a volunteer registration, which is free, but you need to help them. I registered and they gave me tickets. I went there, and even there I don't have anybody to receive, but a friend of mine, Jonathan, he said, he welcomed me. I said, I went his house. Jonathan gave me food and shelter, and he drew me to conference center. I went there. The miracle started. There a friend, Michael, met me, and he said, I will drive you back home. And he started driving me back, and amazing teaching, and the Lord started training me. The first day when I went to the volunteer center and I gave my tickets, they said, you came all the way from India, it's fine, we will take care of you. You can go and sit and listen to the teaching. That lady was so motherly concerned and helped me. The Lord trained me to be a good counselor, like a small baby sitting and talking and listening to the Word of God and listening to the therapy, counseling techniques. It's an amazing miracle that happened in my life. And from there, I don't know where to go. And I started Googling, and the Lord said, I have plans for you, plans to prosper, not to harm you. A guy traveling without money, without anything, the Lord started blessing, amazing blessings, I can tell you. And there, I don't know where to go next. After 1 week, I was Googling and trying to register a ministers' conference at Colorado Springs. Andrew Wommack, I never heard that man. I never knew. I never went to Colorado Springs. The Lord said, go there and I will teach you. And it's a free conference. Tickets are free, but you have to buy the flight tickets and hotel booking and everything. I don't have money. And one evening I was moving. I saw one American middle-aged, very godly man sitting in the chair. I went to him and I started interacting. It's an amazing. God bless him. He was like a father figure to me. And I broke out all my bitter feelings and anxieties, tensions. It was a great counseling time with him. He became my mentor. The time with him relaxed him, refreshed him, energized him. And after a few minutes, I came out and started walking. And another lady, she was very thin, a little crazy. And she said hello, and we started discussing at the cushion. And as I started talking, she said, the Lord asked me to give you $300. Can you imagine? I never said my need or anything. They said, the Lord talked to me to give to you $300. And after a few days, I called her and I said, I'm struggling to get a cup of coffee. Can you pray for me? The Lord give me a coffee. The poorest woman who attended that conference. The poorest woman who attended that conference gave me $300. With the $300, I bought a ticket to Colorado Springs. Again, I bought a cheap ticket. I think $80. I bought a ticket from Dallas to Colorado Springs. Michael dropped me at an airport. I asked him, Michael, do you know anything about this conference? He said, I don't know, but I know this Andrew Wommack is a godly man. And I asked him, that's it, you leave me at the airport. Not knowing where I go, how I will survive, and where I will stay. I got in the plane. because it's a cheap ticket, I had to wait the whole night, about 20 hours layover time at Las Vegas, a gambling city. I landed in Las Vegas evening at 7 o'clock, I think, and the whole night I was waiting, no sleep, no food. And early morning at 3 o'clock, I was going to restroom. There is a guy, an American guy with a huge cap, bigger than this, a huge white man sitting there. And I saw him getting into my plane at Dallas. I was so scared to talk to him. And there he was there. He saw me. I said, "Hey, I saw you. Can we talk?" We sat. He started sharing the love of God. He said, "I was a street guy, a gambling guy, and all my life was on the street. But today God blessed me. I accepted Jesus. Today the Lord transformed me. I was a penniless, but today the Lord gave me 100 acres of land at Portland Island, Washington State. You can come and stay with me for a few days." I thought he was joking, but no, he was so sincere, inviting me to come to Portland Island. I said I'll come back in my written time. Then we became so friends. He gave me his mobile number, and I went to my plane the next day. I landed in Colorado Springs the next day, I think at 9 o'clock. By the way, I was not having food almost 24 hours, more than 24 hours. And then I don't have much money to book hotels. The Lord told me, go to prayer room and be there. I'll talk to you. Small airport, Colorado Springs. And I investigated a small chapel. It's a small size chapel, few chairs, and it's inside the airport. There are few rooms nearby. The air hostess, the crews, and the airport employers are coming inside now and then to change their dresses or to sit. It is a kind of inside small chapel. I went and knelt down, started praying. The reason I'm making this video is there is a power in prayer. God opens doors when you pray. There is a deliverance when you pray to God. I knelt down at morning 9 o'clock, crying out to God for help, praying and praying and praying. Afternoon, nothing happened. 3 o'clock, nothing happened. And I don't have food almost 2 days, fasting and praying. Even I was so scared to come out because, I landed in the airport in morning. Till evening I was there, and the security officers also observing me, staying in the room. They may misunderstand. I was knelt down. Or now and then the security officer coming and seeing what I'm doing there. He saw me on the knees. He went back. I started reading the Bible, and he asked me, "Sir, what are you doing?" I said, "I'm praying to God." He went back. And evening 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, nothing happened. There is a little anxiety in me. I'm asking God, "God, the security officers may suspect me. What do you want me to do?" The Lord said, "You keep on praying. Pray without ceasing." And I started praying, and 8 o'clock, 8:30, even I'm so scared to come out of the room. The room was open because it should be open to anybody. People who are going here and there, they are able to see me. At 9:15, the Lord talked to me. Night 9:15, the Lord talked to me and said, "Open your mobile. You will find a phone number. You call them and ask them to pray for you." I just opened my mobile, Googling, and I found a number, Colorado Springs Christian Prayer Tower or something like that. I called a number. Then an American young man from the other side said, "Hello, what can I do for you?" I said, "What can I want you to pray for me." He said, "What can I pray for you?" He said, "I'm from India. I want to attend this Andrew Wommack's ministers conference. I don't have money to book a hotel. I need a help from God. Can you pray for me?" He prayed for me, and he was so scared and said, "How did you come all the way from India? And you need to book a hotel. Now this is a huge conference. All the hotels are booked, and I'm so scared that you will not get an accommodation to stay here. It is up in the hills. Very few hotels. All of them are booked now." And before he kept his phone down, he asked me a question, "Do you have a Facebook?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a Facebook guy." He gave me two addresses, Colorado Springs Christian Community and Caris Community, something, two addresses he gave me, groups or the Facebook groups. He said, "You send your friend request into those groups. Once they accept you inside, you post a small few lines saying that this is my need, and you give your phone number into that, the local number. The Lord will help you." He was just like an angel of God. Gave me a right counseling and right instruction. And I found those two Facebook groups, and I posted my friend request. Usually American people are not on Facebook much, and they don't accept the strangers like me. But miracle happened. 10:15 within an hour, and one group accepted me, the Caris group, as a friend into the group. And 10:30 I posted a few lines saying that I'm whatever, introducing myself, and gave my number. I started praying, knelt down and praying. I had the faith that God will do something, because this is not a first experience. I went to South Korea without knowing anybody, and so many airports the Lord did amazing miracles, and expecting a miracle in this airport, a deliverance. And about 11:15, my mobile started ringing. It was on silent mode but beeping. As I lifted and I said hello, there is an African lady started talking, saying that, "Hey pastor, are you in the prayer room?" "Yes, I am in the prayer room." She said, "I'm coming, be there." It's an amazing, no introduction, nothing. An African lady started coming, driving, and a miracle within few minutes again. And another guy called me. He said, "I'm Sunny from New Delhi in India. I'm living here with my wife and a small child. I saw your post. Pastor, be there, I'm coming." An African lady, an Indian young man, both of them came and took me. The rest is a huge miracle. Miracles after miracles. There are a lot of stories I should tell you, but here I stop this video. In my second video, I tell you what happened in Colorado Springs and in other cities. My friends, God bless you. Keep on praying. God will walk with you when you walk with God. God bless you, and have a blessed day.